Hello Aries, welcome to Dove and Serpent Tarot. If Aries is your sun, moon, or rising sign, this is your reading. Please hit the like button, leave a comment. Consider subscribing to the channel, especially if this reading resonates with you. And if there is anything you would like me to pray over, or meditate upon, or send positive energy toward, please let me know. Now this is going to be a general reading, so try to be open and receptive to whatever may come through during our time together. I am merely the messenger. And I ask you to connect directly with each of these cards and use your own intuition to take you beyond the details that I might provide. And remember, Aries, that the most important part of any tarot reading is you. And wow, we've got the World or Universe card. That's a pretty intense, pretty serious way to begin. So let's put that into some context. We're going to use our Dove and Serpent spread to see what is going on in our world, right? I like the way these energies, oh, the Death card at the end. This is really a transformative spread for you, I think. I think this is really, this is good. Let's do the mystery card. I'm getting a little bit distracted by all of this energy. This looks really fantastic. We're going to select one card randomly from the Smith-Waite Tarot. And this is our mystery card. We're going to set it aside. We're going to put the alien right on top. We're still trying to name the alien. But that card, we're not going to look at it until the very end, right? And hopefully that will tie everything together and give us the confirmation that we need. So let's look at this now. This is really great energy. We've got major, major, major. So we have the Holy Trinity of major arcana. I think that's really fantastic. We've got water, 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 earth, and some fire. The fire energy that we have is also in this Luster Strength card. The earth energy that we have is also in, well, it's in the Queen of Pentacles, the Eight of Pentacles, and also in that World or Universe card, right? Mother Earth or the universe, the manifested universe. And then we've got a lot of the water energy. What we don't have is any air energy, right? There's no air here. Maybe that's a good thing, right? Maybe because it's not time to think or debate. It's not time to question. It's not time to mull it over. It's not time to wait, right? It's time for action. Here's that World or Universe card. You are someone who maybe has been waiting for a little bit. I think that you were maybe waiting for that sign, waiting for something from the universe to say, now's your time. Now, go, do it. Green light, right? Pedal to the metal, let's go. Because I feel, especially with the water energy that we see, it's just like we've been cryogenically frozen. Now's the time to reanimate, I think you've been, kind of hibernating for a while, maybe isolating, sequestering yourself, okay? I get a little bit of a feeling that it was there was some uncertainty here. But I feel like it's been a while that we've been, well, just kind of out in space. We've just been maybe exploring, right? Maybe you've just been traveling. Maybe you've just been not idling, but you've been just waiting for that moment, waiting for that sign, that synchronicity, waiting for that green light. I think now you're getting it. I think this is it. And it's very exciting because I feel like we're not trying to force it. We're not trying to really carve out our place in the world or our relationship to it or our spot. We're not trying to force anything. We're just kind of hanging out. waiting for the sign, waiting for things to fall into place. We're really embracing this water energy, which I think has been very good. I think you've been working on a lot of the kind of water energy things. I think that you've been focused on your spirituality. I think you've been focused on emotional healing. I think you've been focused on really discerning what you want, not in an intellectual, let's make a pros and cons list, let's debate with ourselves about what we want, no, but just feeling it. Really really evaluating the things in your life, all right? Now we see that up at the top of the path of the dove with the 10 of Cups. So during this period, and I don't know how long this period has been lasting for you. Maybe it's been, 10 or 20 weeks, maybe, a few months. We've got the 10 of Cups up here. I think you've been evaluating what's seemingly important to you, the things in your life that you have enjoyed, that you have found to be rewarding and satisfying. We've been reconsidering these things, not in the sense that we're getting rid of anything or that we are, rejecting anything, but we're trying to just find through this intuitive kind of feeling energy what direction we should take in life. Where exactly are we going to go? What exactly do we want? Yeah. I think you have a lot of things in your life that you love, right? A lot of people, a lot of pets, a lot of plants. I think you're surrounded in love energy. You're surrounded by this water. And that's why the 10, I think, is at the top here. Because we're looking at all of these water things and just be like, God, in so many different areas of my life, I'm finding fulfillment. I'm finding satisfaction. It's almost as if we're kind of, and even just with the shape of the cards here, all this water energy, it's like we're in a little bubble. It's almost like this is the earth, right? This is us in the middle, and this is a dome, right? Have you seen that show on TV? I think it's an old show called I think it's called The Dome, right? I don't know. But this is kind of what it reminds me of. You've got everything you need right here. Everything is fulfilled. We have all of this water energy. You love so many different things. You find satisfaction and fulfillment in so much in your life right now that it's kind of keeping us just contained. And I think you've got a desire now to expand your universe, right? This is the world, but it's also the universe. So we're expanding. We're trying to, whoops, I almost knocked over my tea. We're trying to expand. See, I'm expanding too far. I almost spilled that all over the table. We're trying to expand our world, trying to expand beyond the limits of this dome, right? And there's nothing wrong with this dome. It's very satisfying, very rewarding, very fulfilling. But you want more. You've got this energy, this expansiveness. You realize that there's a whole world beyond the dome, right? And yes, maybe you're not going to have the same kind of comforts that you have now. Maybe you're going to find things that you really don't like, right? Things that don't make you feel good, but that's okay. Because you're expanding your awareness. You're getting more experience. You're growing, right? You're evolving. So we're looking above, right? We're looking above us. We're looking toward the sky, right? The infinite heavens above. And we're seeing all of these 10 cups. And these are just all of the great things we have in our life right now. And maybe a good job, maybe good friends, good family, health, a lot of enjoyment. You have a lot of hobbies, a lot of pets, plants, people, a lot of joy, a lot of love. But there's something more that we want. We want to get out of this dome. All of these things are great. But maybe we need to simplify things. Let's look at the way forward here, or what we kind of see as the next step. Well, we're going from a 10 to a 4, so maybe it's about simplifying, reducing the amount of things in our life so that we can, maybe see ourselves a little bit more clearly. Right? You kind of have to sometimes strip away everything to see what's really there. Maybe this is a little bit of sacrifice, a little bit of asceticism, a little bit of kind of voluntarily denying ourselves things just to see kind of what's really necessary, right? Going back to basics, perhaps. Any of these things could be resonating different ways. Because I feel what we're really looking for is that, maybe that one thing. Maybe we have so many things now that it's too much. There's too many, Because we haven't talked about it yet. We've got this lust or strength card right here in the middle. This is your burning passion, burning desire. You want to feel this. You want to feel like you're on fire. Maybe all of these other cups, maybe all of this water energy that we have is just too calm, too comfortable, too stable, too steady, right? Too cold, You want something hot. You want fire. You want passion, right? Real passion. It might be with a person. It might be with a new career, a new artistic experience, a new activity, a new vocation, right? A new path in life, something that you really feel fired up about. Well, I think your time is now. I think this is what's going on right now. I think we're finding this. I think your time is now, and we don't want to waste this, right? You've got to claim this energy now. If you're feeling this now is the time to use this as the force necessary to get out of this bubble, right? To get out of this dome. We see in the recent past this Knight of Cups. Now, the Knight of Cups is fire of water, right? The Knights are the fiery aspect of the suit that they're in. So this is fire of water. So basically, this is some water energy, right? It's part of the dome. It's something already familiar to you. It's something unexpected, but it's bringing you this fire, right? This is something that's bringing the fire into you. It's kind of like sneaking in this, when you sneak a file into the jail, right? Baked into a cake or something, like a prisoner can get out of jail. Sneaking in this fire energy into the dome right to you so that you can use this. Now, I don't know what this is, if this is a person that somehow brings you this inspiration, or it just kind of lights a match underneath you. Something that it gets you fired up. Maybe this was something that already happened. Maybe from an unexpected place, you found this inspiration and it started really getting you fired up. You started to feel this passion and think, I want this. I want to get out of this comfortable, very good, very stable, but kind of a bubble life. You want to get out of this dome. And whatever this was, whoever this person was, maybe, it could have been a Cancer person, maybe. But from some unexpected place or person, this fire energy got to you and lit you up. And now we want to get out of this dome. Okay? Now we want to get out of it. Now underneath it all, this is more water too. It's earth, but it's also water. It's the Queen of Pentacles. This is water of earth. So this is the ground beneath you, but it's also part of the bubble, right? This is part of the earth, part of the ground beneath you that is supportive. It's safe, it's stable, it's comfortable. You're sitting here thinking, I've had a lot of struggle. You're looking out at that winding road. I don't know if you can see that winding road. But you're looking back at the past and thinking, gosh, it's sure taken me a lot to get here, to get to this bubble, to get to this really good place. You've been through a lot already. So this is that safety and that supportive, nurturing, comforting energy that says, you've already struggled so much, just stay here. You're safe here, right? Don't go outside the bubble. Don't try to get out of the dome, right? You've got it good here. And you do. And there are plenty of reasons to stay. Except you have this burning feeling in your heart, in your gut, right? Maybe it's even feeling like some ulcers or acid reflux or something. Maybe you literally feel a burning, right? Now, this isn't a medical reading. If you have physical pain, go to the doctor, right? But it could be symbolic of this burning desire, right? But there's safety, there's comfort where we are now. Because just as much as this card is looking at the past thinking it was a real difficult road getting here, so I should just sit here where I've already made it. I'll stay here. But at the same time, looking toward the future, maybe this figure is looking at the future, the path that they could be taking out of that dome, right? The future path, and thinking, yeah, that'd be difficult, but imagine all the adventures I could have out there, right? So really, it's about perspective. This card could be looking at the past, thinking, I don't want to do that again. Or this card could be looking at the future and thinking, I could get to do that again. It's all about perspective, right? So this is the dome. This is the bubble that we're in. But we've got the means of escape via this, whatever this fire energy is that has lit us up. I really think the time is now. If you're going to do this, we've got to do it now. We've got a 3 of Wands here in your general energy. Okay? This is kind of the perfect alignment. This is saying, now's the time. If you're going to do it, there's going to be no better moment than right now. Because whatever that fire was that got you going in the first place, that lit up this passion in you, this desire, this striving, it comes from such a true and real place in you, right? It is the core of who you are, and the longer we wait, the further our conscious mind is going to get from this experience. And then we're going to get to a 4, 5, 6, 7 of Wands, right? And we're getting further and further away from the Ace. Now, maybe this Knight of Cups is bringing you that, whatever that fire energy is, that was the start, that was the Ace, that was the source. And now we're already at a 3. But the 3 is like perfect understanding and perfect moment, right? You didn't want to go too soon. You didn't want to go at the Ace or the 2. Wait till the 3. Now's the time to go. But if we delay, the energy is going to start waning, right? The motivation is going to start waning. So I think this is really the time, and I think you know that it's the time. I think this is the energy that you want to claim, because this is saying, look, I don't care how comfortable my life is. I don't care how good everything is. If you're not feeling it, if it doesn't feel right to you, not just in the water kind of, feelings, but deep in your core, in your spirit, if you know that there's something more, you can, I guess, deny this feeling. But do you want to? Right? I guess it's up to you. I guess it's up to you if you want to wait. I think don't wait to claim this energy, because this comes from a very real place in you. Now, the next thing we see, of course, is the 8 of Pentacles in your environment. This is the relationship to your environment. Now, is this your current environment or future environment? Well, I think it's kind of both. I think in your current environment, you are... let's put this card over here to talk about it. Okay? In your current environment, in this bubble, you are very much occupied with maintaining the bubble, right? With maintaining all of these wonderful, comfortable things that you have. So we're kind of covering up this burning passion with this activity. We're so wrapped up in the details of all of these many things around you that we weren't able to pay attention to the fire energy. And I think this is what, there's nothing inherently wrong with this bubble that we're in, right? But the bubble wants you to stay. So it's giving you a lot of details to focus on, a lot of different things to occupy your time, to kind of keep you so focused on the kind of maybe the individual flowers that you're not really seeing the whole garden. You're so caught up in these little details, we don't see the dome around us. Yeah. So it's kind of that busy work. It's demanding your attention because there's so much of it. You have to be on top of it, right? But if we take this card and put it into the future, your new environment outside the dome, this card takes on a little bit of a different meaning. It says, let's be cautious and careful. Yes, we have this fiery, burning passion that now we understand and we want it. We're going for it. We have to be careful. We have to go slow. We don't want the fire to just burn the world down. We've got to use it correctly, use it wisely so that we can maximize the potential of this fire energy. Okay? And this fire could be creativity, could be, a new path in your career, in your personal life, professional life, whatever. So now we want to pay attention to these little details. We want to make sure we go slow and do everything properly. Do everything kind of by the book. We're outside the dome now. You don't just want to run around and fall into a pit. Now we're outside. It feels good. There's a rush of energy. We have to control it and harness it, and we have to go slow. We have to eat our rations. We have to get our compass bearings. You know what I mean? It's not just a wild, just run free into the wilderness. Now we've really got to be smart about it because we want to continue on this path. We want to see what's out here. Maybe we're not really sure what's out here. So we have to be careful. The biggest obstacle, though, it looks like, is this Princess of Cups. To me, this is us building a new dome. This is us stopping somewhere along the way and allowing another dome to just kind of, it's like we're a little fly and we keep getting caught in this, like one of those mason jars or something. This is getting so comfortable that we stop progressing, right? The Princess of Cups, it's a new dome, right? This is us kind of building this new sense of comfort and familiarity that is going to hinder our growth. Now, there's nothing wrong with comfort. There's nothing wrong with familiarity. There's nothing wrong with this dome at all. But if we want to get outside, if we're feeling like we've got this burning passion that's just being contained, kind of being, squelched by all of this water, then we need to get out and we need to follow our will, follow our spirit, and get out here and figure out what we're doing, figure out what we want, right? Hey, it could be all sorts of things. The biggest risk, the biggest pitfall, I think, in all of this is us just getting into another dome and we'll be right back where we were. And again, there's nothing wrong with being here, but we're just going to have a repeat, right? We're going to be doomed to repeat the same scenario again if we fall into this trap. Now, this is the card that we don't want. We don't want to find ourselves building another bubble, another dome. Right, because maybe the death card is the solution to this. Maybe the way that we can prevent this is to always keep in mind this energy of progress, of flow. If we don't believe that life is a final stagnant image, a static state of things, if we view life as a process, as a constant flow of energy, maybe that will prevent us from building the bubble, right? Like any kind of a bubble, if there's any kind of motion, the bubble pops. Bubbles aren't really all that strong, right? As soon as you try to show someone the bubble, it pops, right? You're lucky. I can't really blow bubbles with the little wand and stuff. I don't know why I'm terrible at that. As soon as I do get a bubble, though, I try to get my daughter, hey, there's a bubble. As soon as she looks, it's already gone. So it's not a very stable structure. So if we keep that in mind, that just our movement, our forward motion is enough, just us breathing is enough to prevent the bubbles from forming, then maybe we can avoid getting caught in another one and thinking that this is it. So this is a process of letting go, too. I think that the Death card is really also talking about taking this, maybe this overabundance, this 10 of Cups, and simplifying things. Let's try to keep our life at a little bit of not a bare minimum, not, you don't have to go and be an ascetic. You don't have to, be on this path of self-denial or anything. But why don't we try to reduce our life, maybe our consumption, maybe our indulgence, just all of this water energy. Maybe let's reduce things down to a little bit less, right? We don't have to go too hardcore with it. But if we continually let the old go, we make room for the new. We don't have to just keep accumulating, right? We can take in, but we also have to release and let go of the old stuff, right? Otherwise, we're just building a bubble. And like all bubbles, they will burst. So that's how I think we can look at it, to remember that it's a process. That if we're taking in new stuff, we have to let go of old stuff. Keep things flowing, right? And then we'll keep progressing, and we'll keep this fire energy. We'll keep this thing burning bright. This is our inner fire. We want to keep this. And I think the way that we keep this fire lit is to remove the ashes, right? Now we're kind of switching metaphors. We have to remove the ashes before the ashes can kind of stifle the flame, right? You have to clear out those ashes to keep the fire really burning bright. And also it's from those ashes, I think, right? The potassium carbonate and stuff like that, where you can make soap. And there we have the connection with the bubble. So there we go. Perfect metaphors. So I think this is all part of it. And I think we want to keep the fire burning bright. And we've got to focus on that. We've got to do what we can in order to prevent that bubble from forming, and to keep our life flowing, keep the ashes cleared away, so that we can continue with this fire. I want to see this mystery card. Okay. I'm curious what this is going to be. Thank you, Alien, for your assistance. I wonder if this should be some earth energy, but I don't want like an even number, right? I want an odd number. I want a 5 of discs. I know that sounds weird, but that's what I want. I want to see that movement. I want to see motion here. No, we've got an 8 of Cups. So the 8 of Cups, I think, brings us back to our initial difficulty. We're in this bubble. We're in this safety, security, familiarity. It feels good. It's a lovely place to be. All these cups here in this 8 of Cups, all of these cups are fantastic. And it's going to be difficult to walk away from those. It's going to be difficult to walk outside of the dome, to walk away from what's familiar. This is a card that represents the initial difficulty of this, and how it's going to kind of be maybe a little painful, a little bit sad to walk away from what's familiar and what's comfortable. Okay? It's very, very poignant card here. A lot to think about with that. We're going to go ahead and do an extended. If you would like to stick around, just click up here. And that will give you access to every extended reading, not just for Aries, for every sign. I encourage you to cross-watch, check your other placements. Be sure to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet. All right. Thank you for letting me read for you, and thank you for being the most important part of Dove and Serpent Tarot.